Have you ever wondered why you wake up at 1, then again at 3, just to use the bathroom?
Have you ever wondered why you keep waking up at 1 in the morning, then again at 3, just to use the bathroom, even though you didn't drink much water? Or maybe you've heard this phrase again and again: drink 8 glasses of water a day to stay healthy. But what no one ever told you is this: drinking at the wrong time, especially after dinner, can quietly steal away your deep, restful sleep every single night. And here's the surprising part. The water that's disturbing your sleep might not just be in your glass. It could be hiding right in your dinner. Are you finding yourself in this exact situation? You barely drink anything in the evening, but you still wake up 2, sometimes 3 times a night to go to the bathroom. You are not alone. Many older adults go through the same thing, and most have no idea what's really behind it. So let's go find the answer together, because maybe all it takes is one small change to your evening routine to help you sleep straight through the night. No tossing, no turning, no more sudden trips to the bathroom. In the next few minutes, you'll discover a little-known truth about water and sleep, especially why so many older adults wake up at night to use the bathroom even when they feel like they've barely had any water. We're going to walk through the 5 most common mistakes people over 60 make when it comes to drinking water, the 3 best times during the day to stay hydrated without disturbing your sleep at night, and one very simple tweak to your dinner routine that can help you sleep deeper and wake up less starting tonight. This isn't guesswork, and it's not vague advice. Everything you'll hear comes directly from the latest medical research. It's backed by trusted sources like the Mayo Clinic, the National Sleep Foundation, and leading sleep doctors at Johns Hopkins. And don't worry, I'll explain everything slowly and clearly. No confusing terms, no complicated science. Just listen and see if any of this feels familiar to you. Has a doctor ever told you, or maybe one of your children gently reminded you, drink plenty of water? It's good for your kidneys, your skin, your heart. And they're right. Staying hydrated really does matter, especially as we get older. But here's the part no one ever seems to mention. Drinking water at the wrong time, especially too late in the day, can quietly ruin your entire night's sleep. A common story. Not long ago, we received a message from Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman living in Pennsylvania. She wrote to us and said, "I don't understand it. I barely drink anything after 8 p.m., just a small glass, but I still wake up 2, sometimes 3 times a night, sometimes even 4. My eyes are dark in the morning, and my whole body feels drained." Does that sound familiar? You or someone you love might be going through the very same thing, and most people think it's normal, just part of getting older.
I only drink
but
one
that's
small
not
cup,
the whole story.
but still wake up 3 times
What
a
your
night.
body does in the day versus at night. During the day, your kidneys are in high gear. They're busy filtering and making urine regularly. But when you fall into deep sleep, your whole system slows down. Your heart rate lowers, your blood pressure drops, and your kidneys? They filter much more slowly. So what does that mean? If you drink a lot of water in the evening or close to bedtime, that water doesn't get processed right away. It sits in your system, and as you begin to rest, your bladder begins to quietly fill. Then, around 1 or 2 in the morning, your body sounds the alarm. And just like that, you're awake again. Mistake number 1. I forget to drink during the day, so I make up for it at night. This is so common, especially for older adults who live alone. They might forget to drink, or they avoid water so they don't need the restroom while out. Then, in the evening, they try to catch up with a big glass or 2 of water. It might sound like a smart idea, but here's what really happens. Your body suddenly gets a big wave of liquid right when it's trying to slow down. And instead of drifting into deep, healing sleep, you end up stuck in a frustrating loop. Drink, sleep, wake up, bathroom, back to bed. Toss, turn, wait for sleep again. Mistake number 2. I didn't drink water, I just had some soup. Here's what many people don't realize. Water isn't just in your glass. It's in your bowl. It's on your plate. Even in dessert. For example, a single bowl of vegetable soup can contain 200 to 300 milliliters of water. A bowl of thin porridge might hold close to 400. And a plate of watermelon, it may feel light, but it's nearly 90% water. So if your dinner includes broth, porridge, or juicy fruits, you're still taking in a large amount of liquid without even realizing it. A surprising study. According to the National Sleep Foundation, drinking just 500 milliliters of water within 2 hours before bed can double your chances of waking up to urinate at night. But those who drank the same amount 4 to 6 hours earlier, they were far less likely to wake up. So, it turns out, it's not just how much you drink, it's when you drink that truly affects how well you sleep. Why older adults are more affected. As we age, our bladders become more sensitive. They start sending the need to go signal, even when they're not truly full. At the same time, our brain's ability to ignore that signal starts to fade. Doctors call this the arousal threshold. And when it weakens, even the smallest urge can snap you awake. And once you're up, it's often hard to fall back into that deep, restful sleep again. You may not be drinking much, but your meals could be full of hidden water. Soups, porridge, and juicy fruits all add up. If you're eating or drinking water-heavy foods after 7 in the evening, your bladder fills right when your body is trying to settle down. And older adults are more likely to wake from that urge because the nervous system doesn't filter out those signals like it used to. So ask yourself, are you drinking water in a way that supports your sleep? Or are you just following an old habit that may be quietly working against it? In the next section, we'll look at the golden hours for drinking water, so you stay hydrated, feel energized during the day, and sleep more peacefully through the night. In the last section, we talked about how drinking water at the wrong time, especially after 6 in the evening, can quietly disrupt your sleep by triggering your bladder during deep rest. But here's where many people still feel confused. I don't drink any water after 7 p.m. I don't drink anything, so why am I still waking up so many times at night? The answer is simple. Water doesn't just come from the glass in your hand. It also comes from the food sitting quietly on your plate. water-rich foods the silent sleep disruptors. Many foods that are thought to be light or easy to digest for seniors actually carry a surprising amount of water. For example, a bowl of thin porridge holds around 350 to 400 milliliters of water. A serving of vegetable soup contains about 250 to 300 milliliters as well. And a portion of juicy fruits like watermelon, oranges, or pears can hold around 200 to 300 milliliters as well. That means even a simple, healthy dinner with porridge, soup, and fruit can quietly add up to nearly 1 full liter of water. That's the same as drinking 3 or 4 full glasses. Your body doesn't care where the water comes from. Whether the liquid comes from
Whether you're drinking water from a glass or from your soup spoon, your kidneys and bladder still have to process it the same way. So when you eat water-rich foods in the evening, even if you don't drink anything, that water still enters your system. And if your body doesn't have enough time to flush it out before you go to bed, it builds up quietly. Then, in the middle of the night, your bladder fills and your sleep gets interrupted. What does the science say? According to the USDA, roughly 30 to 40% of the water we take in each day comes from food, not drinks. For older adults, especially those who enjoy soup, porridge, or fresh fruits in the evening, that number may be even higher. The problem isn't the food, it's when you eat it. Vegetable soup, brown rice porridge, fresh fruits, these are all nutritious, easy-to-digest foods, and they're especially gentle for older adults. These foods aren't the problem. The real issue is timing.
If you eat water-rich foods too close to bedtime, say after 7 in the evening, your kidneys and bladder don't have enough time to process that extra fluid. So by 1 in the morning or 3, your body wakes you up because it has no other choice. So how can you adjust? You don't have to give up your favorite meals. There's no need to stop eating soup or porridge. Just a small shift in timing and portions can make a big difference in how well you sleep. Here are 3 simple tips to try. Have soup, porridge, or broth-based dishes earlier in the day, around lunchtime instead of dinner. That gives your body enough time to process that extra fluid before bedtime. In the evening, cut back on water-heavy foods. Choose steamed vegetables, baked dishes, or dry roasted options instead. They're still nourishing, but much easier on your bladder. And if you enjoy fruit, have it earlier in the day. A sweet, juicy snack in the early afternoon before 6 p.m. is much better for your sleep than eating it after dinner. Not drinking water doesn't mean you aren't taking in water. Porridge, soup, and juicy fruits are all high in water content, and they're often eaten at night. Simply shifting these foods to earlier in the day is one of the easiest ways to reduce those nighttime wake-ups. In the next section, we'll get even more specific. What are the golden hours for drinking water? And how can you stay hydrated without interrupting your sleep every night? Let's find out together. You don't need to drink less. You just need to drink at the right times. That's where something called the 3-2-1 rule comes in. It's easy to remember and even easier to follow. 3 hours after waking, drink the most.
This is when your body needs water the most. It helps flush out waste and gets your kidneys, liver, and digestion moving. Drink 2 to 3 glasses of water between 6:30 and 9 in the morning. And try to get about 70% of your daily water before 2 in the afternoon. 2 hours before dinner, last big glass. If you eat dinner at 6, stop heavy drinking by around 4 in the afternoon. After that, your body may not have enough time to fully process the extra fluid before bed. 1 hour before bed, keep it light. If you're thirsty, take just a few sips. 10 to 30 milliliters is often enough to settle you. Avoid tea, thin milk, or fruit juices after 7 or 8 in the evening. Easy reminders to help you stay on track. Keep a glass of water on the breakfast table and another one in the living room. Put a small note on the fridge that says, "Drink more in the morning, cut back after 4." And for just 3 days, try tracking when you drink. You may quickly spot the patterns that are causing your nighttime wake-ups. In the next section, we'll explore what those nighttime bathroom trips really do, not just to your sleep, but to your brain, your heart, and even your safety. Waking up once or twice a night might feel like just a small annoyance. But when it happens every night, it can start to affect more than just how tired you feel in the morning. Medical studies show that frequent nighttime wake-ups can quietly take a toll on your brain, your heart, and even your physical safety. 1. It hurts your memory and brain health. Deep sleep is when your brain does its cleaning. It clears out waste, stores new memories, and protects itself from long-term decline. But when you're jolted awake again and again, your brain never fully enters that deep, healing sleep. Over time, this can affect your focus. You might feel foggy, forgetful, or mentally slow. And studies have even linked poor sleep to a higher risk of dementia. 2. It puts extra stress on your heart. Each time you wake up to use the bathroom, your heart rate and blood pressure go up, especially if you stand up too fast. For older adults, these small spikes add up over time, and they can raise the risk of nighttime high blood pressure or irregular heart rhythms. 3. It increases the risk of falls and injuries. In the dark, with tired eyes and slower reflexes, just walking to the bathroom can be dangerous. According to the CDC, more than 30% of hip fractures in older adults happen at night, and many of those happen during a half-asleep trip to the bathroom. Waking up to urinate doesn't just disturb your sleep. It affects your brain by reducing deep rest and memory protection. It affects your heart by forcing it to wake up when it should be resting. And it affects your safety by making late-night movement more risky than we often realize. The good news: by simply adjusting when you drink water and cutting back on water-heavy foods in the evening, you can lower those nighttime wake-ups and begin restoring the kind of deep, peaceful sleep your body has been needing for years. Now that you understand the connection between when you drink water and how well you sleep, it's time to turn that knowledge into action. Here are 3 small but powerful tips that experts recommend to help reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom and support deeper, uninterrupted sleep. 1. Move water-rich foods to lunchtime. Instead of having porridge, soup, or broth-based meals at dinner, enjoy them earlier in the day, at lunch. Midday is when your body is most active, your kidneys are working efficiently, and you have more time to flush out extra fluid before bedtime. Here's something simple to try. For lunch, enjoy brown rice porridge, chicken soup, or a light vegetable broth. For dinner, choose dry foods like steamed fish, boiled vegetables, soft rice, and keep soups to a minimum or skip them altogether. 2. Set a water schedule and cut back after 4 p.m. Try dividing your water intake into 3 parts. In the morning, from 6:30 to 11, drink the most. In the afternoon, from noon to 4, drink a moderate amount. In the evening, after 4, cut back. Just take small sips if you feel thirsty. A few ways to make this easier. Label your water bottle with times, like 9 a.m. for 300 milliliters and 2 p.m. for 200. Set a gentle reminder every 2 hours to take a sip. And if it helps, print out a best drinking times chart and place it on your fridge or near your water jug. 3. Create a sleep zone that's water-free and worry-free. Avoid keeping a full glass of water by your bed unless your doctor recommends it. If you take nighttime medication, try to take it before 7 in the evening, and ask your doctor if it can be moved to the morning. Skip tea, fruit juice, or thin milk after dinner. Even gentle drinks like those can act as mild diuretics and trigger your bladder while you sleep. A few extra tips. If your throat feels dry at night, gently rinse with warm water before bed. You can also use a humidifier to keep the air moist and reduce nighttime dryness. Quick recap. 3 steps. First, move water-rich foods like soup and porridge to lunchtime. Second, drink more in the morning and less after 4 p.m. And third, keep your sleeping space dry. No tea, no water nearby. And here's what you might begin to notice. Fewer wake-ups in the middle of the night. Deeper, calmer sleep. And mornings where you feel more rested and a little more like yourself. Try these simple steps for just 2 or 3 days, and you may begin to feel a real, lasting difference. Now that you understand the connection between when you drink water and how well you sleep,
It's time to turn that knowledge into action. Here are 3 small but powerful tips that experts recommend to help reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom and support deeper, uninterrupted sleep. 1. Move water-rich foods to lunchtime. Instead of having porridge, soup, or broth-based meals at dinner, enjoy them earlier in the day, at lunch. Midday is when your body is most active, your kidneys are working efficiently, and you have more time to flush out extra fluid before bedtime. Here's something simple to try. For lunch, enjoy brown rice porridge, chicken soup, or a light vegetable broth. For dinner, choose dry foods like steamed fish, boiled vegetables, soft rice, and keep soups to a minimum or skip them altogether. 2. Set a water schedule and cut back after 4 p.m. Try dividing your water intake into 3 parts. In the morning, from 6:30 to 11, drink the most. In the afternoon, from noon to 4, drink a moderate amount. In the evening, after 4, cut back. Just take small sips if you feel thirsty. A few ways to make this easier.
Label your water bottle with times like 9 a.m. for 300 milliliters and 2 p.m. for 200. Set a gentle reminder every 2 hours to take a sip. And if it helps, print out a best drinking times chart and place it on your fridge or near your water jug. 3. Create a sleep zone that's water-free and worry-free. Avoid keeping a full glass of water by your bed unless your doctor recommends it. If you take nighttime medication, try to take it before 7 in the evening and ask your doctor if it can be moved to the morning. Skip tea, fruit juice, or thin milk after dinner. Even gentle drinks like those can act as mild diuretics and trigger your bladder while you sleep. A few extra tips. If your throat feels dry at night, gently rinse with warm water before bed. You can also use a humidifier to keep the air moist and reduce nighttime dryness. Quick recap. 3 steps. First, move water-rich foods like soup and porridge to lunchtime. Second, drink more in the morning and less after 4 p.m. And third, keep your sleeping space dry. No tea, no water nearby. And here's what you might begin to notice. Fewer wake-ups in the middle of the night. Deeper, calmer sleep. And mornings where you feel more rested and a little more like yourself. Try these simple steps for just 2 or 3 days, and you may begin to feel a real, lasting difference. If you often wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, even when you feel like you barely drank anything, just remember these 3 simple truths. Water doesn't just come from your glass. It's hiding in porridge, soup, broth, and juicy fruits. When you drink matters. Drink more in the morning, cut back in the afternoon, and limit fluids as much as possible after 7 in the evening. And deep sleep is nature's best medicine. And by simply shifting when and how you drink water, you can unlock the door to peaceful, uninterrupted rest. Yes, age can make sleep more fragile. But you don't have to accept waking up every 2 hours as just part of getting older. Sometimes a small change, like having that last glass of water a little earlier, or choosing soup at lunch instead of dinner, can make all the difference. A good night's sleep isn't a luxury. It begins with a small habit, done gently and with care, day by day. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and tap the like button. It helps YouTube show you more simple, practical tips just like this one. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Each week, we share calm, easy-to-follow guidance to help improve your sleep, memory, and heart health through every chapter of life. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Wishing you a peaceful night ahead and a morning where you wake up refreshed. Not tired, not foggy, but rested and ready. We'll see you in the next video.
I'm not drinking anything, just having a light bowl of porridge.